Hi everyone, welcome to Amateur Hour. And what I'm going to do here today is give you just a very quick review of the Samsung Galaxy A03S. It is a budget phone from Samsung, and I've been using it for the last few weeks, and I just want to give you just a really quick review. Let's start with some of the things I like about it. First of all, it's the price. This came in at $170 US, so it's definitely a budget friendly phone. And the what I also liked is the build quality. It's only plastic. It is plastic, but the build quality is very solid. Uh, I was really impressed with the build quality of this phone, despite its price. So I am impressed with that. And the display in general also, even though it has some bezels, especially on the chin. The display size is actually quite good. It's a 6.5-inch screen, 20 by 9 aspect ratio, and it's actually good for watching videos and stuff. You can watch a lot of it's just big and quite bright as well. As you can see, I'll just push one up. There you go. See, it's very nice. The sound is pretty good too. Also, what I liked is the fact that it has an SD card slot. Being that this phone is only 32 gig, which is the downside. The good part is that you can put an SD slot to expand your storage. And also, what I liked, check it out, headphone jack. So a lot of people still use headphone jack and wired earphones, and this provides you with the ability to do it without any adapter. And also, what I liked is the battery life. The battery life on this phone was actually quite good. It can last a couple of days, even with decent usage. And of course, the fact that it has a fingerprint sensor. Now, it's not the fastest, and it's going to take some getting used to because it's on the side where the power button is. Sometimes what I try to do is I try to just push on it like that, and then it comes on. It's going to take a bit of muscle memory though to get used to that. But once you do, it's not terrible. The only downside I'll say is sometimes when you're fumbling it around or holding it, your finger will sometimes go on it, and it'll read it as an attempt, and it'll either open it or it'll time you out because it thinks that you tried to unlock the phone too many times unsuccessfully. So that could be a bit of a pain, but I mean, it is a budget phone and it does have a fingerprint sensor. It does take some getting used to, and if you miss the first time, you gotta wait because it's not very fast. You see, like I did it like that, and you won't. And finally, you gotta wait a second, and it comes on. But overall, it's not bad for a budget phone. All right, so let's just go move on to some of the things I didn't like. As big as the screen is, it's only 270 ppi. It's a 720 screen, so it's not the brightest and most colorful screen, but the size is good. But like I said, the qualities for today's day and age isn't great, but for the price, it's to be expected. And the as good as the battery is, the charging just takes way too long. Link up the video I did to charge the battery from 0 to 100 took 3.5 hours, and that's just way too much time to charge a phone. Just way too much time. Also, no water resistance, no wireless charge. And a big one for me, and I think for a lot of people, is no NFC. That was a disappointment, especially nowadays. People like to link up their debit cards and credit cards to their phone, and most of it's used by NFC. So it's disappointing that they couldn't provide that. It would have been nice even at this price to include NFC. And also just it's kind of slow. Just opening apps it just takes a bit of time. It's not what you call smooth. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just the performance is just it just kind of lacks a bit, and it just kind of, see what I mean? It's not terrible, but if you're used to a faster phone, like I'm coming off I also have an S23 Ultra, and this is like this is kind of, you could see it's kind of slow, but for its price, I guess you can say it's pretty good. It's just don't expect lightning fast performance. And of course, I think the biggest downside with this is actually the camera. I just didn't find it that good. Again, I'm coming off I have a S23 Ultra. Now the pictures, if you take it in broad daylight, aren't terrible. You know, unless you really zoom in, you can actually see. If you just zoom in, you can actually see that if you pixel peep, in other words, you could see like it's just not very clear. But if you're in good daylight and you want to just take some pictures from far, it's okay. It's okay. And there's really not a lot of options, as you can see here. Macro, which is 2 megapixels, panorama, food, hyperlapse, and a pro mode. If you want to go into the pro mode. And for the video, there is no image stabilization, so as you can see, it's a bit slow. There's no image stabilization, so you'll see the shake, as you could probably see here, aside from the finger. You probably can't tell, but it does shake a bit. So there's nothing to stabilize the video. It's just, again, I mean, it is a budget phone, so it's to be expected. But I mean, the camera really is not that good, unless if you just want to take pictures in good light, just to kind of keep as a souvenir, that's fine. But anything more than that, this will be kind of disappointing. And that's about it. Just my overall impression. If this is, I think, good for like a first smartphone, maybe for your kids or someone just getting into it. Or if you're someone that just kind of wants to, just go on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and just so long as you don't mind the slightly slow performance, it's actually pretty good. It's not too bad. Just don't expect a lot of. So as you can see, it's pretty good here. Here's a shot from a WWE event. As you can see, it is kind of loud. I'll put it full blast. So it is kind of loud, and it is a nice big screen. You could maximize and get the full color on it. So it is good for that kind of stuff. But like I said, for that kind of stuff, it's fine. But if you want anything a bit more performance and some better cameras, you're gonna have to maybe spend a bit more money or look for something else in this class, and this budget class, that actually might do better. I'm gonna check out a couple of other phones as well. I'm gonna get the 04 as well, and I'll do a review of that. So like I said, this is just a quick review. If you really just want to talk and text and just a bit of internet and social media, it's fine. But if you want a little more, and if you want something with better pictures, you're gonna have to go into a different range of phone. So thank you all for listening. Just comment. Remember, this is my experience. I didn't see a lot of other people's reviews, so maybe people with more experience in this can shed more light. But this is my experience with it. And comment. Just make a comment in the comments section if you agree, disagree. Let me know. Okay.